Welcome back to another edition of GROSSBUSTERS Reviews, where I'm still trying to wrap my head around Avengers Infinity War. Finally, after 10 years of build-up, I got to go see Avengers Infinity War last night. Apparently there were other things going on in the world, but after seeing Avengers Infinity War, nothing else matters. Apparently there was a football draft going on because my phone was blowing up through the whole movie, but honestly, nothing else matters at this moment. I saw Avengers Infinity War. As always, I like to keep things spoiler free here, so this will be a very short review because I cannot tell you anything about this movie. I'm just going to give the parents the information as far as what to expect in this movie if they plan to take their kids, and that's about it. For myself, I tried extremely hard to avoid spoilers on this. I went so far as to delete Twitter and Instagram from my phone for a couple of days after the premiere was shown. Because we all know after the premiere hits the internet, then everything is out in the open, and people just like to be jerks and spoil everything for some reason. I would recommend, if you have not seen it, stay out of comment sections for anything. Don't look at the comment sections at all on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, nothing. Don't look at the comments because people will post spoilers on everything possible for whatever reason. I don't understand it. We were at the first showing last night, and as we were coming out, the next showing was starting to come into the theater, and we must have seen at least a dozen adults walking into the theater with their fingers in their ears, and I cannot blame them. They didn't want to spoil anything, but everybody in the crowd, in the Avengers crowd, whatever the nerds that we were all very respectful of those coming into the theater. We'd quiet down if we were still discussing the movie. So please keep that in mind. Don't be that guy that spoils everything for everybody else. Like, we've been waiting 10 years for this to come out, so let us have our moment. Like, it's so good to go in not knowing what to expect. So please, show some respect and don't spoil the movie for anybody. I will give you one piece of important information as it pertains to your time in the theater during this movie. There is not one opportunity for you to go to the bathroom. There is no good opportunity for you to go to the bathroom. I think it's a 3-hour movie. If you go to the bathroom, you're probably going to miss something. I went out during a part that I thought was safe. I came back, and there was a major plot point happened, and I was gone for 30 seconds. So now, let's get right into our GROSSBUSTERS review specialty, the Parental Advisory review. So it's pretty safe to tell you, because we know this from all the trailers and all the previews leading up to this, it's pretty common knowledge that the Guardians of the Galaxy are in this movie. No big secret there. Probably, I would venture to guess, about 90% of the bad language and innuendos and all that come from the Guardians of the Galaxy. The rest of the superheroes are pretty well on their best behavior. A few things from a couple of them here and there, but every time the Guardians are on screen, they got to drop a few cuss words. So the majority of the foul language comes anytime you see the Guardians of the Galaxy. You can expect something. A lot of name calling. There's a lot of name calling from the Guardians, Rocket, and them calling each other names. First of all, these are the soft cuss words, I guess you call them, or innuendos and references. So I'm just going to run down the list of the things that I heard. And again, most of this involves references to the Guardians. There's a lot of references to Groot. So here it goes. Douchebag, D-hole. They refer to Groot's genitalia as acorns. They also refer to Groot's genitalia as his twig. Other words used were booty call, nutsack, bastards. Rocket refers to stealing something and alludes to having to sneak it out in his rear end. And there is one middle finger given at some point during the movie as well. And now for the actual curse words. There were 3 HE double hockey sticks. There were 4 D words. There were 4 variations of A double S. And there were 3 variations of the S word. There were also 2 allusions to the F word. One being that a character says, "Chill the F out," just like that. And then another character later on starts to say, "Mother," and then it gets cut off just like that. So that's how it's said in the movie. And then, again, I told you the Guardians are the potty mouths of the movie. We have Teenage Groot to deal with in this movie, and apparently Teenage Groot has a potty mouth too, because he says a curse word at some point. He says, I can't even repeat it. I've got to repeat it for the parents. He says, "I am Groot," and all the Guardians tell him to watch his mouth. So there, I said it. That is in the movie as well. So in total, I counted about 14 actual full cuss words. The movie is rated PG-13 for language, for violence, which is obvious. It's called Infinity War. The most notable things that I would tell you about is that there's a lot of death depicted in the movie. There's graphic images of limbs being cut off. There's death. There's a few torture scenes trying to get some information out of people, and there's more death. As far as taking younger kids to see Avengers Infinity War, most times I agree with the rating system. It says it's PG-13. I have a 4-year-old daughter that I would struggle to take her to see this movie. She's one that has nightmares pretty easily, so there's like monsters and aliens and all kinds of stuff in this. It's a pretty intense movie for younger kids. I don't know, maybe 13's a little older than some of the boys that are going to want to see this movie. Some of the girls, I mean, my daughter likes Wonder Woman and stuff, so I generally suggest sticking to the PG-13 rating system. But again, all kids are different, all parents are different, so it is completely your call if you want your child to go see this movie or if you think they can handle it. It's pretty intense throughout. It's 3 hours of a very intense movie, I'm not going to lie. And it's more geared towards teenagers and adults than it is for younger kids. So that's pretty much going to do it for my review on Infinity War. Like I said, I really can't discuss anything further about the movie. So if you want to talk to me after you see the movie, give me an opinion of what you thought, rate it compared to the other Avengers movies or the other Marvel movies, DM me on my Instagram at FL_CoreCore85. Probably be the best way to talk about it, because I really don't want you posting anything in the comments section, because I don't want to spoil it for everybody else. That's just how I operate. I'm that type of person that I don't want it spoiled for me, and I don't want to spoil it for anybody else that doesn't want to know what's going to happen before they get into the movie. So more than anything, I hope this helps the parents out that were questionable as to whether they can take their kids to see this movie or not. I hope this helps you out. If you feel the need, share it with other parents if you'd like. Like and subscribe, share it, whatever you want to do. Just don't comment anything about the movie, please. It's going to be a busy summer as far as big blockbuster movies go. There's something coming out like every week. There's a huge movie coming out this summer. I don't know which ones I'll review. It's been a long time since I reviewed another movie. It just really depends on when I have time to do it. If it's a big enough movie that I feel the need to put this out there for parents beforehand. So check back in throughout the summer. I may post something else. We'll see what happens along the way. Until next time, see you.